What is happening, guys? Goldie Black Ops Kid here, coming at you with another product review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Elgato Hd60pro. This is a great capture card for anyone that has a PC nearby to their computer. Most of the time you'll have one if you're using a traditional Elgato or something like that. Mainly this is used for desktop use, obviously if you have to use the PCIe slots into your computer on your motherboard. So most likely laptop use is out the window right now. And yeah, this is going to be used for capturing on PC, Xbox, any next generation console that uses HDMI ports. It can use PS4, Xbox One, a Nintendo Switch, anything that uses it, Xbox 360 if you're going to try and capture that kind of stuff. But let's go ahead and unbox. So it does say it's at 1080p resolution at 60 megabytes per second at max bit rate, H.264 encoder, so it's a little bit smaller sizes when it comes to recording. And it has instant game share, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. This streams instantly to Twitch, YouTube, that kind of thing. They boast that right here on the back. And it is 1080p 60 frames per second gameplay with streaming. So there's no lag, no audio here. It does show you an HDMI in and HDMI out, and then obviously what you need here. Looks like they recommend a i5 with 4 cores or equivalent to an AMD. And then they obviously say for a good GPU, it's an NVIDIA GeForce 600, GTX 600. Don't need to have something that low. Most people nowadays have more or better than that. You need a PCIe 1 and a 4X slot, which I'll show you guys how to install right here. So open it up, we have our graphics card, a little sticker, oh, metal sticker. So that's the graphics card there, that's the capture card right there, very small, about 6 inches long, something like that. ATX cover if you're not using a full motherboard. And then it comes with the HDMI cord. Nice. And a little instruction booklet. That's it. So now we'll get into the installation of this thing, do some testing and benchmarks, and tell you my experience, any complications that I might have with the product, and much more. So this is my computer to what it is right now. I have a Aurora's B450 Pro Wi-Fi, and I'm going to put the graphics card right there in the PCIe slot. I already have the display out. All I have to do is plop it in and screw in the bracket. Okay, so we finally got it all worked out. Got the Elgato in there. It's pushed all the way in. Looks nice and sleek. Or the Xbox into the capture card into this TV. Then, of course, I had to attach this TV to the graphics card so I could actually see what is recording. I don't think this is actually possible without dual monitors or 2 monitors of any kind. I'm using just a TV and then a MSI. Pain in the ass I've ever had so far. So without that, let's get into video quality of the Xbox. And then we're going to try and figure out PC. Not even frames off or anything. That's not bad. I definitely wouldn't play off the game capture, but it's actually on point with everything. Yeah, I'd still play off the monitor or TV of your preferred choice, but yeah, that actually works out really well. I'm dead. Ooh. Ha baby! Let's go. on regret, I'm coming. What? I got him. Bitch! To record on the Game Capture HD, you're going to have to actually go into your PS4 settings. You have to actually unlock the HDCMI protection. I probably just butchered that. System. Enable HDCP. Turn that off. Screen my blank. All right. Once you do that, go to your Game Capture HD. Should pick up right where the PS4 left off. It'll detect the signal. And bam, we got it. HD 60 frames. So yeah, that is pretty much the HD Capture 60 Pro. You can use this mainly just for console gaming, you know, Nintendo Switch, PS4, that kind of stuff. It's kind of nice that you can actually do this now, especially with streaming. This is going to help out so much, especially when it comes down to, you know, streaming on Twitch, that kind of thing. I really enjoyed this thing. It was kind of a pain in the ass to set up, but once I got everything figured out, it's not too bad. I would not use the instant game sharing when you're looking on the other screen, as it can be like a couple frames behind. You want obviously the best competitive edge if you're using like multiplayer online shooters or something else like that. But you're definitely going to want like a TV just for looking at your, being able to see what you're actually capturing, because I don't think it's possible on just one screen. But yeah, obviously you'll need two screens. That's what it's for. But thank you guys so much for watching. My review of this is pretty good. The capture quality is extremely good, extremely crisp. Being able to control all the settings on the fly, like right now, if I want to turn this it's actually pretty cool. Although it says I'm not capturing any gameplay audio, there is a couple hiccups with the software itself. So sometimes you just gotta make sure things are going as smooth as they want. So that's my personal interpretation on the Elgato Hd60pro. It's probably one of the best capture cards that I've ever worked with. I've worked with the AverMedia products for a long time, and I thought about giving the AverMedia 4K Pro Live 2 or whatever the hell that product is called a try, but I've always heard a lot of good things about Elgato, a lot of great things about their products, so I thought for once I'd give them a try, and so far it's paid off. The one big problem that I don't really like about their Elgato right now is if a video is about 20 minutes long, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how good your graphics card is, to save that file. You can't close down the Elgato program while that is actually saving. So that's probably one of the downsides, I would say, with the product. You know, from the AverMedia products, what I've worked with in the past, as soon as it's recorded, bam, it's ready for you to transfer those files. Those, of course, were never plugged into a computer, so there's probably a difference there. Instead of, you know, saving directly to a USB thumbstick or hard drive of some sort. So that's my biggest things about the Elgato HD60pro. It's probably one of the best graphics card I've used. And you can use it for Xbox One, PS4, Wii, Nintendo Switch, and your PC even, if you want to record crisp gameplay without having to go through an overlay program like the Radeon software or MSI or any kind of capturing program that's not internally built into your computer. Now, it does complicate things because most graphics cards nowadays use DP ports or display ports instead of HDMI, which is Elgato's currently use. That would be my only problem. For me to record all my PC gameplay, I actually had to buy a HDMI splitter so I could actually, because I only have one HDMI port on my graphics card, I would have to plug my HDMI from my graphics card into my capture card, and then for the out to go into this monitor and this monitor, because they're both HDMI. So with that being said, it can be done, but depending on your graphics card that you get, might indicate on what you need to do. Obviously, this is leaned more towards like Xbox and PS4 users, although there's no, as long as it has an HDMI port and it can be displayed on a screen, it can be recorded. That's the best way I can describe it. Holy shit. For about a 22-minute gameplay footage, it's about 16 gigs. That is, of course, 1080p 60 FPS, and that's unedited, and that does have a YouTube overlay over top. So inside of the Elgato program, you can actually put overlays like with your streams, your webcam, notifications, stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do with the Elgato capture card program. But this is a great way for me to capture excellent, crisp, beautiful gameplay onto my computer. Now, there's also, of course, alternatives. This product that I bought, I think I bought it at Best Buy. Best Buy had it for $162, competing with the Newegg price. So it's very, very good. It is a little like $10 more than the Elgato HD60, which is actually something that's USB. It's only 40 megabits per second upload speed, so you will get choppy stuff sometimes. If you're planning on streaming, you don't have to put a delay on things. This is instantaneous to your computer. That is probably the biggest advantage from the HD60pro to the HD60s. Now, if you have a laptop, you're kind of limited to the things you can get. The HD60, or you can go with the AverMedia capture card systems. Obviously, if you're looking for Elgato and you don't have a desktop, I would definitely have to say go with the HD60, or even go with the just Elgato Game Capture HD. If you're not trying to go for something super crazy, or if your computer is kind of laggy, or if you're just trying to record gameplay. Both of them work very well. The HD60 just does 60 frames per second. The HD would only do 30. So if you're trying to record high resolution or high frame rate games, definitely get the HD60s. My review of the HD60 Pro is quite phenomenal. I would give it a 9 out of 10 or 8.9 out of 10, mainly because the biggest drawback that I have with this thing is the saving times. Compared to the Elgato or the AverMedias that I've used in the past, I have had no absolute rendering times or saving times with this product, but then I would have to take it from the AverMedia and then transfer it to my computer. This is all automatically transferred to your computer. So there is a little bit of a difference there, but it's very great compared to the AverMedia Game Cap 2, which I've used for about 3 or 4 years now, since the Xbox One came out to fruition. This is probably the best capture card out there without having to spend over $200. Right now I spent $160 on it. And you can't compete with that. Honestly, you can't. The one problem that I would say that most people will have with this, if it's not it's an internal capture card inside of a desktop. You can't do it any other way. There is, I think, alternative PCIe express slots that you can do with the laptop, but that requires a lot more work and more things to buy. So really, is it worth it? That's of course up to the person, but I absolutely love it. If you have a desktop and you want to record, your computer or Xbox One or PS4, it's very doable and very great with this product. I would definitely recommend it. And thank you guys so much for watching. For any more of these great reviews, I have mic reviews, headset reviews, game reviews, any kind of reviews that you guys are looking for. Definitely recommend the channel. As I try to review something quite often, I don't have a set schedule on reviewing things. Right now it's been about one item a week, gaming related headset, microphone, or some sort of new product. So if you are looking for some sort of the budget oriented stuff, which is what I typically review, definitely check that out, because that is probably something on there that you're probably looking for. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.